Well, here we are, all our Facebook friends. It's Chris and Ann. I'm here with my mom down here in Columbus, Georgia. We're at Lake Bottom Park, where whenever we would come to visit my grandparents, this is where they would bring us to play. It was one of the first playgrounds I ever saw that had a spiral slide, so it was really, really cool. And lots of great memories here. Today, I have fulfilled my Christmas promise to Mom last year, to bring her down memory lane, because right before Christmas she hung her head and had that sad puppy dog look and just said, "I guess no one will ever take me to Columbus, or I guess I'll never get to Columbus ever again." So then I surprised her with a trip to Columbus today, and we've gone down memory lane, haven't we, Mom? We've had a great time, haven't we?
Gone down memory lane.
Why don't you
yes,
say hi to all the folks out there in
hey
Facebook land?
Folks, hi folks, how you doing?
So we've had an amazing time. We've done just about everything you could possibly do here in Columbus, down memory lane anyway. Let's see, we went to...
Wait, I want to say something.
Okay, yeah, just cut right in there and do whatever you want,
y'all,
Mom.
I'm not kidding now about this. This is one of the best Christmas presents I've ever had. But Chris has a little history with coupons, because that's what I got last Christmas, a coupon for this trip. So here we are, October's almost over, and Christmas is coming.
I fulfilled my coupon, as I always do.
Well, let me wait. Tell them some more. I'm not through. One year I got a coupon book for a painting every month for 1 year. Well, now I will admit that now, since he does painting for a living, I have gotten 3 paintings, and they're just beautiful. But it's 9 more to go.
Well, you're not dead yet, Mom.
I know it. I'm counting.
And I'm not dead.
I'm keeping.
So I'm good for my promise.
I think there was another time I got a coupon for something, but I don't remember what that was. So.
Yeah, I'm sure you're mistaken about that. But we have some good friends watching us. David White, Michelle Gerald, Pam Frida Bell is out there, Sandy Hinton, Sandy Ratcliffe, Ralph Jones, Jason Robinson, Miley Myers is watching here on the memory lane with Mom. And oh my gosh, yeah, we've been down to the Riverwalk. We had lunch at Country's on Broadway. Used to be an old Greyhound bus station, and now it's a restaurant. We went to her elementary school, saw that. If you watched the first episode, she told a story about a redhead boy who loved her so much that he hit her in the head with a rock.
And we saw the very spot where he did that around the school building.
We saw the spot, and I could tell my mom's heart was pumping in her chest thinking about that little redheaded boy.
And also the walk away from the school when Jack McElwain gave me his patrol badge.
And
that was the same spot.
That's correct. And we also saw the house of the famed Bubba Battistini.
Yes, we did.
That was worth the trip.
And we saw where the 32nd Street Sissies.
Oh yeah, I was going to tell. We went also to the house where my dad was raised.
He was born there too.
And we rode around, and I said I want to go get a picture, and I parked the car. And then I said, let's just get out and walk around. And next thing I know, my mom is walking up to the front door and knocking on it. And lo and behold, we got in the house.
And it was the nicest man, really.
Nicest man.
Very sweet man.
Yep.
There had been some changes inside the house, but you could recognize it.
So that was quite amazing. And then, Bubba Battistini lived around there. But one of my favorite things is I got a picture of this right on the corner where Bubba Battistini lived. That's 32nd Street. And my dad used to tell us the stories. He lived on 29th Street, and all the 29th Street boys in their minds had a battle with the 32nd Street boys, and they called the 32nd Street boys the 32nd Street Sissies. And they would build up their arsenal and their forts and get ready for a big battle, and the 32nd Street Sissies never showed up. Either they
didn't know about it.
I don't think they knew they were in a war, or they were just, but my dad and his friends convinced themselves that it was proof that they were the sissies.
Yeah,
they never showed up.
Well, that could have been true. They could have been scared. We don't want to go down to 29th Street because they're waiting for us, I know.
But my favorite thing was going to Rose Hill Methodist Church, where my mom and dad met, and seeing the stairs where Mom was coming out of the MYF meeting. I'll let you tell that story, Mom.
Well, MYF was over, and we were all standing It's kind of the back of the church, I guess, on some steps back there. And earlier in the evening, Hollis had asked me if I wanted to go to the Goo Goo.
Oh!
That was a drive-in. And so when we got out, we were what's so funny?
Well, last time we had this, we recognized that girls who rode on the handlebars of boys were of ill repute. What do they say about girls who went to the Goo Goo? That's what I want to know.
Oh, you were just getting there then. I mean, anyway, he had asked me earlier if I wanted to go to the Goo Goo with him, and I said, yeah. But then we were all standing outside the church, and he made no more comment on it. So I was just standing there talking, and he left and got his car and drove around to where we were. And he leaned over and opened the passenger side door and said, "Are you going with me?" I said, "Well, yes, I am." So I got in. So that's the kind of girl I was. See, all he had to say was, "Are you going with me?"
That was my dad, Mr. Romance. No doubt about it. Yes. We have a few new friends, Deb Cole and Lisa Tollotson. Thank you so much for joining us. And I got to go and see where my dad played football. And tell us a little bit about that, Mom, when you went to go see him. Tell us about that.
Well, let's see, what can I tell you about that? Well, I usually went with my mom and dad, but they then got with friends, of course. And Hollis was a fullback, and so I don't think he ever scored. He just was in there playing. And after the game, I'd always run down to the field to meet him as the boys came. There wasn't a house where they went to. What do you call those? Field house. Mm-hmm. And he would come out holding his helmet, and back then they had no face guards, so he was always all beat up in his face. So, of course, I had to kiss it and make it well. And then we might have gone back to the Goo Goo after that. I don't know. It's a good place to go.
All roads of teenage romance lead to the Goo Goo. We have Kelly Rumble joining us. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Happy birthday, Kelly.
And then when we went over, we finally wound up our tour on 18th Avenue, where my mom lived during her teenage years, and that's the house that I visited my grandparents at all my young life. And first of all, we had to go to the next street over, 16th Avenue, and go down Thrill Hill. It's a great famous hill here in Columbus. You get up speed and your stomach jumps. And there's Chelsea Starkey Olsen. Hey, Chelsea. And then we went to the house, and Mom told me something I'd never known. The house is no longer there. It's an apartment building, but across the street is their neighbor's house, which is still there. And there's a little porch, a little terrace off the second story of that house. And she told me tell me about what happened that night when your parents were sitting out there.
Well, it was a graduation night, and Hollis and I had been to a graduation dance. Neither one of us really liked dancing, but we went. And afterwards, we went to a place called Castleberry's, where you got big old milkshakes. Ooh. And we went there, and while we were there, he pulled a ring out of his pocket. And that's where he proposed. And of course, I said yes. I mean, what else could you say? He didn't want to hurt his feelings or anything. So I put the ring on, and when we got home, we went home after that. Now, I was 16 years old then, believe it or not, y'all. I had skipped a grade, and there was something in the school system. There were only 11 years of school then. So anyway, Mom and Daddy was sitting on this porch with the neighbors across the street, and I went running over there to show them that I was now an engaged woman. And I've thought a lot about that now. What did my poor mother and daddy think of their daughter, their wild daughter, I guess you'd say. That's what Chris likes to make me sound like anyway. But anyway, they loved Hollis, so everything was fine. And we still didn't marry for a few more years, so.
I can see Gangy, that's what I called my grandfather after she left, looking at me, Mommy, and saying, "I knew I should have never let her go to the Goo Goo." So that's been our day, Mom. Did you have let's turn around this way a little bit. We're kind of losing
All right.
There we are. Okay.
Hey.
What's been the highlight for you today here in Columbus?
I think probably one of the visit to the church was one.
Oh yeah, we got to go inside the church too. There was
Yeah.
someone there who let us in. Got to see the sanctuary
And we got married there too, by the way, Hollis and I. So it was lots of memories there.
So that was your highlight?
I think that probably was the highlight. Also going in his house was good, I thought.
That was amazing.
So anyway, it was all good. I loved it all. And a great present.
Oh, thank you, Mom. I love you. We had a great time. It's been so much fun. Kathy's here too. Say hey, Kathy.
Hello.
Say hi to the folks on Facebook.
Hello, everyone.
She's a natural in front
Kathy
of the camera.
looks a little stunned. I don't know.
Well, we've laughed all the way down, and what did we do on the way down? We stopped at
We played at ABC.
played the ABC just like the old days. Kathy won, and we tried to see the Walking Dead set at Soy, but I missed the turn and we couldn't turn around.
We saw Stars Mill. Was it Stars
and
Mill?
Stars Mill, and oh my gosh, we hit Krispy Kreme when the hot light was
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Oh, we had so much fun. Thanks for watching. We love all you guys. Oh, look, we got some folks who joined us. Rachel Wigginton, Jackie Light. Let's see who else. Debbie Wilson, True Love. Say hey to Larry, Debbie.
Hey,
and,
Debbie.
yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.